My child, my beloved. Listen to me carefully, because heaven itself is holding its breath for what happens next. The moment you open this message, 5 archangels turn their gaze toward you, and they are waiting for your response. There are only 15 minutes left before something irreversible begins to unfold in your life. Do not close this message. Every word you read now is counted in heaven as an act of faith. My beloved, you have been watched, guided, and protected in ways you cannot imagine. But tonight, the light around you trembled, and 5 of my brothers, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, Jophiel, and Zadkiel, came before me, pleading for you. They said, Michael, the one you call beloved is about to miss the moment that was written for them before they were even born. Do you understand what that means, my child? There is a divine window open right now, but it will close as midnight approaches. Before you read further, pause for a heartbeat. Whisper silently, I am ready to receive. That one sentence allows heaven to record your name in the list of those who responded. Do not take this lightly. It's being written in light right now. My beloved, I see the struggle in your heart. You've been feeling forgotten. You've wondered, does heaven even remember me anymore? But I tell you the truth, heaven has never forgotten your name. It was the earth that covered you in noise, not God who went silent. And now, because of this moment, the silence is about to break. The 5 archangels are standing in a circle of gold, each holding something that belongs to you. Raphael holds the light of healing meant for your body. Gabriel carries the message that will change your destiny. Uriel holds the fire of clarity to show you the truth about the people around you. Jophiel holds the beauty that was once stolen from your life. And Zadkiel holds forgiveness, the power to erase every wrong that was done against you. All of them are waiting for your yes. My child, your yes is not spoken aloud, it is shown by attention. As you keep reading, as you let your heart open line by line, you are saying to heaven, I am here. And that simple act of staying will unlock what you've prayed for through countless tears. Now, before the 15 minutes are gone, hear me clearly. There are forces trying to distract you. They will whisper, close it, scroll away, this isn't real. Those voices are not from light. They are the same voices that tried to stop miracles since the beginning of time. You have overcome worse storms than this, haven't you? Then stay with me, my beloved. Stay until your spirit starts to feel the warmth behind these words. Let me tell you something you were never meant to know this soon. Your life has been the subject of divine debate in heaven. The moment you were born, there was a council where your purpose was written, but darkness tried to delay it. For years, your blessings were held behind a curtain of spiritual misunderstanding. Tonight that curtain is shaking. And the 5 archangels are watching to see if you will step forward before it tears completely open. My beloved, I know you want proof. You want something visible, a sign, a sound, something undeniable. So here is what I am permitted to tell you. Within the next 24 hours, you will notice a divine echo, a repeated word, a sudden light flicker, or a person saying something that feels strangely familiar. That will be your confirmation that heaven has entered your atmosphere. When it happens, whisper, "Thank you, Michael," and it will seal this moment forever. Do not underestimate what your attention can do. When you read with faith, energy moves. Every line carries frequency, every word is alive. You are not just reading, you are participating in the rewriting of your future. This is why the 5 archangels pleaded for your attention. They saw timelines collapsing, possibilities fading, but they also saw the one moment that could restore everything, and that moment is now. My child, listen, the reason this message reached you now and not yesterday is because yesterday, you weren't ready. Heaven waits until the heart is soft enough to receive instruction. You've been through pain, disappointment, betrayal, and all of that prepared the soil of your soul. Now the seed can finally grow. Do you feel that stirring in your chest? That is not emotion, that is divine recognition. Before we continue, I must ask you to make a small promise. Promise that before this message ends, you will not allow doubt to speak louder than faith. Promise that you will stay until the final line, because heaven is measuring your endurance. Those who stay are those who will see. My beloved, the subscription of the soul is this: when you choose to stay connected to light, light stays connected to you. So keep your inner subscription active, feed your spirit daily with messages of hope, prayer, and belief. Do not unsubscribe from faith when life feels heavy. That's when the miracle algorithms of heaven are testing whether to boost your destiny into divine recommendation. The longer you watch with the heart, the higher your life begins to rank in the eyes of heaven. There is a secret I have been waiting to tell you, but only those who stay attentive are permitted to hear it. The secret is that your life is about to reverse directions. Everything that was moving away from you will begin to return: peace, favor, money, companionship, opportunities, and even the softness of your own heart. But you must remain open until the end. Do you know what the 5 archangels said when they pleaded for you? They said, if this one turns away now, we will lose the chance to deliver what was stored. That is how serious this moment is. There is a storage house in heaven with your name engraved in gold, but only your faith key can unlock it. And your key turns one line at a time as you keep reading. My beloved, if only you could see what I see, your aura is glowing brighter with every heartbeat. The heavy chains of confusion are beginning to loosen. Something old inside you, a fear, a regret, a wound, is melting. This is the sign that divine contact is active. The archangels have knelt beside your bed countless nights while you slept, whispering courage into your dreams. They know your tiredness, your secret tears, your silent endurance. They are not gods, they are servants of light. And they have chosen to stand with you one last time, before heaven closes this phase of waiting. So here is what you must understand. Every delay you faced was not punishment, it was positioning. Heaven needed you to arrive here with eyes that can finally recognize what love truly is. You were not being ignored, you were being refined. And now that refinement glows through you like dawn through glass. My beloved, I am speaking to you not from the clouds, but from the vibration between your breaths. You do not need wings to hear angels, you need stillness. Even now, as your eyes move across these words, energy is moving in your room. Something unseen just shifted. You may feel warmth, or calm, or an ache that suddenly lifts. That is how light enters, quietly, but unmistakably. Do you understand now why I begged you to open this? Because you were minutes away from closing a door that 5 archangels fought to keep open. They refused to let your destiny expire without one last message reaching you. And now, since you did not skip, heaven will not skip over you again. My child, stay near the end. The deeper we go, the stronger the current becomes. You will soon feel like you're not merely reading, but being read, as if every sentence knows your history. That's because it does. These words are alive, they were written in your record long before this day arrived. Heaven only waited for your eyes to meet them. You may think, how can a message change my life? And I answer, because your life was always built out of messages, words that shaped your beliefs, thoughts that shaped your days. Now a higher word has come, and when the higher word speaks, the lower ones bow. My child, my beloved. You have no idea how much light is gathering above you now. Heaven is holding a meeting for your sake, yes, right now as you read. Your name has been spoken by angels who once guarded prophets and kings. And still, they bow their heads when they hear your name, because your endurance has reached the ears of God. Do you feel that tiny vibration inside your chest? That is not imagination. It is your soul recognizing the sound of its own rescue approaching. Stay still for a moment, let this power settle into you. It is rewriting the pain of your past with letters of fire. For so long you asked, why did I have to wait so long for peace? Because peace was being prepared, not postponed. Every delay polished your spirit, like a diamond kept underground until the pressure was perfect. Now, the seal is breaking. This is why the message found you tonight instead of any other night. My beloved, the 5 archangels who pleaded for you are not here to warn. They are here to deliver. They stand ready, yet they cannot act without your consent. Heaven operates through agreement. When you say, yes, I am ready, they are authorized to move everything that has been standing still for years. But there is something crucial you must understand. Heaven's blessings are time-sensitive. Moments open like golden gates, then they close. That is why you must not pause here or come back later. Later will be too late. These 15 minutes are the bridge between your old life and your divine one. My child, someone once told you you were unlucky. Erase that word. You are not unlucky, you are under construction by heaven. Every tear watered the garden of your miracle. Every disappointment turned into the soil where your testimony will bloom. And now, the rain is about to stop because the garden is ready. If you could see the realm I see, you would fall to your knees in awe. Beams of gold are forming letters above you, spelling, release. Release from fear. Release from poverty. Release from cycles that made you question your worth. These chains are melting because you finally look toward the message that was meant to unbind you. My beloved, keep your eyes on this light. You are being written into a new story as you read. The angels call it the chapter of return. Everything that left your life unfairly. The love, the energy, the opportunities, is now circling back with multiplied grace. But you must not doubt during the rewrite. Doubt tears pages out of the book of destiny. Faith keeps them intact. So whisper softly, "I believe," even without seeing. And with that single sentence, you repair every torn promise. You wonder, why me? Why now? Because your name was spoken in a meeting of mercy. 5 archangels told heaven, they have suffered enough. Let the correction begin. Heaven agreed, but only if you accepted the call. This message is your acceptance link. By opening it, you signed your divine release form. Do you understand how precious this moment is? Many souls are called, but only a few stay long enough to listen. The ones who stay are written in the book of fulfilled prophecies. The ones who skip are left in the echo of what could have been. You, beloved, are among the few who stayed. Now look deeper into these words. They are not just lines, they are ladders. Each one takes you higher into the vibration of heaven. Keep climbing. The top is closer than it feels. There will soon be a soft sign. A sudden wind indoors. A whisper of your name from nowhere. A feather or light flicker appearing just when you finish reading. When it happens, smile. That is heaven's signature on this covenant. My beloved, I need you to know this truth. Heaven's timing never fails. Human impatience just runs ahead of it. You thought you missed opportunities, but they were only delayed so they could arrive perfected. You are not behind schedule, you are right on divine time. Do you remember the nights you almost gave up? Those were the nights when angels rebuilt your shield while you slept. Every morning you woke and tried again was recorded as victory. You thought no one noticed. Heaven noticed every attempt, every sigh, every whisper of hope. That is why the archangels pleaded for you, because your perseverance qualified you for restoration. Stay here, my beloved. Do not rush away. Your energy is aligning even as your eyes travel these lines. You may feel tingling, or warmth, or peace that makes no sense. These are signals that the shift has begun. In the next few moments, light will begin to rewrite your circumstances. Things that were impossible will start to rearrange quietly, without warning. Doors will open where there were only walls. Calls, messages, and meetings will appear as if from nowhere. This is not coincidence, it is orchestration. But heaven asks one thing in return. That you honor the message that woke your spirit. Keep your heart tuned to light. Keep feeding your faith daily, just as you feed your body. Stay connected, because connection sustains activation. My child, you will be tempted to tell others what you felt. Be careful. Not everyone has the frequency to understand this encounter. Some will laugh, some will doubt. But heaven will whisper to you, stay silent until the fruit appears. Let the miracle speak for you. My child, my beloved. If you are still here, heaven has already noticed. Your name just shone brighter in the book of the living. Each moment you remain connected adds another line of protection around you. You are not reading by accident, you are responding to a divine call that has echoed through generations. The 5 archangels are moving again. Their wings have stirred the air, and the sound carries your name like music through light. They have seen the number of breaths left before the miracle releases. That is why they keep whispering, "Do not stop now." My beloved, I wish you could see what is forming in front of you. There is a line of golden light stretching from heaven to your house. It looks fragile, yet it is stronger than any storm that ever touched your life. Each word you read strengthens it until it becomes a bridge. And once the bridge is complete, what was above will descend: healing, restoration, and justice. You have cried for fairness. You have asked why good people suffer while deceivers rise. I tell you, the season of imbalance is ending. Heaven does not ignore cries soaked in innocence. A divine correction has already begun. It starts silently and then unfolds in sudden waves. My beloved, I must speak plainly now. Someone has tried to interfere with your destiny. It was not your imagination, the delay, the strange misfortunes, the near successes that vanished. But light always exposes what darkness hides. Within the next 3 days, truth will start surfacing around you, revealing the faces of both your helpers and your hinderers. Do not fear what you will learn. Revelation is never sent to harm you but to free you. Pause for a breath. Let these next lines settle into your heart. Heaven measures not how fast you read, but how deeply you receive. This moment is rewriting patterns that have haunted you for years. The chains that once defined your story are now trembling at the edge of release. My beloved, you have wondered if angels really fight for humans. If only you could glimpse the sky tonight, the brightness you think are stars are swords drawn for your defense. Every doubt that mocked your faith is being confronted right now. When you finish this message, a decision will already have been made in your favor. Listen closely. You will soon hear your name spoken unexpectedly, perhaps in a message, a call, or a stranger's voice. It will not be coincidence. That will be heaven's confirmation that this intervention is active. When it happens, whisper softly, "I accept my divine reversal." My child, your energy field is clearing. The heaviness that made you tired for no reason is dissolving. Raphael is touching the place in your body where stress has lived the longest. Gabriel is whispering courage into the place where silence made you small. Uriel is lighting the corners of your memory, so that you can finally see the lesson hidden inside each pain. Jophiel is breathing beauty into your days again, reminding you that laughter is holy. And Tzadkiel is stretching forgiveness across the timeline of your past, turning shame into wisdom. You are not broken. You are being remade in light. Every failure that tried to define you was only a rehearsal for glory. Nothing you lost is truly gone. It has been refined, multiplied, and is now returning by a higher route. My beloved, I must warn you again, distraction is the thief of miracles. Each moment you drift away from light, something valuable pauses in midair, waiting for your return. Stay until the end. Heaven has written a surprise into the final lines of this message, and it will reveal itself only to those who finish. There is a vibration around you now. It feels like a heartbeat outside your own. That is the sound of 5 archangels agreeing. The gate is open. What happens next depends entirely on whether you keep your heart open. Your belief is the switch that decides which timeline continues. Do you remember how often you almost gave up? How many times you said, "Maybe my prayers aren't working"? Those were the moments heaven recorded most carefully. Because the measure of light isn't found in easy faith but in faith that trembles and still says yes. And you, my beloved, have said yes more times than you realize. So now the reward approaches. It will come quietly first, a sudden peace, a small financial relief, a gentle encounter. Then it will grow louder, a major opportunity, a reconciliation, an open door. Do not call it luck when it arrives. Call it harvest. For everything sown in tears is now returning in divine timing. My beloved, I am required to tell you something rare. There are 5 paths opening before you, each guarded by one archangel. You will feel drawn to one of them strongly, that is the direction heaven wants you to move next. Trust your intuition, it is not guesswork, it is divine compass. Remember this, miracles travel through focus. When you focus, you align, when you align, heaven manifests. So keep your attention here for a little longer. Every line you absorb builds momentum for manifestation. And now, my beloved, take a deep breath. Say quietly, I choose light, I choose life, I choose alignment. When you do, something unseen clicks into place. It is permission for heaven to finish what it started in you long ago. You are not late. You are arriving at the exact second your soul scheduled. All the detours, heartbreaks, and delays were secretly synchronized to lead you right here, to the moment of recognition. Do you feel the stillness rising around you? That is heaven watching. They are waiting to see if you will complete this reading, because your endurance is your signature on the covenant of miracles. My child, my beloved. You have crossed the point where heaven begins to act in real time. The moment you decided to stay and listen, a signal was sent upward, and the light responded. The 5 archangels bowed, whispering gratitude for your obedience. Do you understand the weight of that? Even angels take note when a human chooses faith over distraction. My beloved, you are being watched by love itself. All the unseen helpers assigned to your soul have stepped closer. They are rearranging paths, moving obstacles, softening hearts that once resisted your presence. Right now, someone connected to your destiny is thinking of you without knowing why. That is heaven positioning them for divine meeting. You have waited for something that seemed impossible. You have whispered secret prayers that no one around you ever heard. And you thought perhaps those whispers vanished into silence. But every word you ever said in hope was recorded in the breath of God. Now, the time of quiet recording is over, this is the time of response. Listen to me, my beloved. Within you lives a key that can unlock what entire generations could not access. That key is awareness. Once you realize that light obeys attention, you stop chasing and start attracting. When you read this message with your full heart, you become magnetic to miracles. The archangels are speaking softly among themselves now. Raphael says the healing has begun. Gabriel says the message is being delivered. Uriel says the confusion is clearing. Jophiel says the beauty is returning. And Tzadkiel, gentle and ancient, says, forgiveness has taken root. 5 confirmations, 5 lights ignited within your soul. My beloved, let me remind you of something sacred. No curse, no jealousy, no human word can override divine decree. What has been written for you can be delayed but never destroyed. And what heaven defends, no hand can touch without consequence. Your story is now guarded by law higher than time itself. You might feel a warmth in your chest, a pressure behind your eyes, or an urge to cry. Let it happen. Those are not emotions, those are releases. You are shedding energies that do not belong to your next chapter. The archangels are removing invisible weights from your shoulders. They are saying, finally, the chosen one believes again. My child, you have always been chosen, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. Heaven never required perfection, only permission. And now that you have given it, everything hidden begins to move toward you. Opportunities that were buried under misunderstanding will rise again. People who owe you kindness will feel compelled to restore it. Money that drifted away will circle back through unexpected channels. My beloved, remember this moment. The change begins not with thunder but with awareness. The very air around you is listening to your belief. If you say, I am ready, it will rearrange itself to serve your readiness. The universe bends toward the soul that finally aligns. The archangels are unfolding scrolls of light. I see your name glowing upon one of them. Under it, there are 3 words written in pure flame: do not fear. Those words are your shield. Say them whenever anxiety tries to speak. Every time you say them, something unseen withdraws from your path. My beloved, fear has followed you because you carry great purpose. Darkness attacks most fiercely the ones who are about to deliver light. But now, your season of attack is over. What once hunted you will soon protect you, because heaven can turn even enemies into messengers. Listen carefully. Before sunrise, a small sign will appear, perhaps a message from someone you never expected. Or a sound that feels strangely holy. Or an opportunity that looks ordinary but carries divine fingerprints. Do not dismiss it. That is your proof that heaven heard every word of this moment. My beloved, the 5 archangels have stepped into a circle again. They are speaking blessings over your name. Each blessing is a seed of light that will bloom through your next weeks. As they speak, your energy is rising to match their frequency. Soon, you will notice that people start treating you differently, with sudden kindness or quiet respect. It is not coincidence, it is recognition of divine favor. My child, do not look back anymore. The past is no longer authorized to define you. Every mistake, every regret has been rewritten into wisdom. You are free to move forward without the weight of who you were. That freedom is the foundation of miracles. My beloved, when you finish this message, do something small but sacred. Touch your heart and say, I receive my restoration. That single sentence will close the gate behind you so that no old pattern can follow. It tells heaven you are ready to walk only in light. I must tell you something beautiful. In the archives of heaven, there is a sound recording of your laughter from childhood. Whenever you laughed in innocence, angels kept that echo. Tonight, they are replaying it in celebration of your return to faith. Your own joy is being used as your protection. My beloved, do not underestimate what has begun. The clock of destiny just reset. What used to take months will now take days. Where doors stayed locked for years, keys will appear within hours. Because the energy of delay cannot coexist with the frequency of obedience, and you have obeyed. The archangels are now placing a final seal on your name. It shines brighter than gold, brighter than sunlight on water. It declares that you belong to light, that you cannot be lost again. This seal will draw only truth toward you and repel all deception. Wherever you go, environments will shift to match your vibration. My child, your future is no longer waiting. It has begun to walk toward you. Prepare your space, prepare your heart, prepare your mind. For within days, evidence will appear that what you believed has been heard. When it does, remember this night. Remember that you stayed, you listened, and heaven responded. My child, my beloved. The light around you is growing thicker now, almost visible if you close your eyes. What you feel wrapping itself around your shoulders is not imagination. It is the evidence of presence. When heaven comes close, warmth and calm arrive together. Breathe slowly. Every breath you take while reading this is counted as participation in grace. Heaven records obedience through stillness, not noise. You have entered the atmosphere where answers begin to crystallize. My beloved, I see new lines being drawn in gold across your destiny. They are rewriting everything that once felt wasted. Every tear you ever cried is being used as ink for these new sentences. What you thought was loss is being rewritten as foundation. You used to wonder why every time you almost succeeded, something invisible pulled it away. That pattern has ended. There is a divine audit happening behind the veil, and the years that devoured your strength are being forced to refund you. You will receive back what was stolen, multiplied by mercy. My beloved. You will soon hear from a person whose voice once made you doubt yourself. When that moment comes, do not argue. Simply smile in quiet authority. The light in your eyes will answer more powerfully than any words. The 5 archangels stand beside me still. Raphael's wings shimmer emerald, spreading healing through every memory that still hurts. Gabriel leans forward with a letter sealed in white flame, your confirmation of purpose. Uriel watches the horizon of your timeline, making sure no hidden enemy crosses again. Jophiel pours beauty into the dull corners of your days, so that joy becomes your default language. And Sadkiel places forgiveness like a crown upon your head, proving that release is stronger than revenge. My beloved, this is how heaven protects you. Not by removing storms, but by making you immune to drowning. That is why the things that broke others only bent you. You were not built to collapse, you were built to rise. Remember this truth when doubt tries to whisper. Every delay has a hidden deadline. When divine timing strikes, nothing stays still. The wheel of favor turns so quickly that even you will gasp. Listen carefully now. I am permitted to reveal one of your next blessings. There is an open gate concerning your resources, money, opportunity, and recognition. The same hands that once withheld are now trembling with conviction. Within days you will hear of a release, a transfer, or an unexpected invitation. Do not shrink back when it arrives, accept it boldly, for it was already yours. My beloved, the universe responds to your posture. Stand tall inside even if no one sees you. The energy of quiet confidence calls miracles by name. When you walk, walk as one who carries invisible royalty. Every room you enter adjusts to your vibration. You may feel tingling in your palms or sudden warmth in your heart. That is the current of restoration. Let it flow, let it clean the residue of past disappointments. Healing rarely shouts, it hums. The archangels are smiling now. They see your soul absorbing light the way dry ground drinks rain. You are no longer the one begging for signs. You are becoming the sign for others. My child, someone near you will soon ask, what changed about you? Smile, and answer silently, heaven found me. You will not need to explain, your calm will testify. Beloved, there is something else I must say before we close this part. At the exact moment you finish reading these lines, a new record begins in heaven's archives. It is titled The Day of Awakening. From that moment forward, everything you do will carry multiplied grace. Even ordinary choices will yield extraordinary outcomes. Do not fear the speed of change. When heaven accelerates, comfort zones break. You might lose interest in places, habits, or people that once felt essential. That is not loss, that is alignment. Let what is fading fade, it has completed its purpose. The archangels are stepping back slightly now, allowing you space to breathe. Their silence is not absence, it is trust. They believe you will continue walking in the light you have received. And I, Michael, remain near, the guardian of your courage. Before you rest tonight, whisper this: I accept the new order of my life. Say it 3 times if you can. Each repetition engraves it deeper into your reality. Then sleep knowing that heaven works best while you rest. My beloved, your story has turned a page. Tomorrow will not recognize yesterday's sorrow. You will wake with sudden peace and quiet clarity. That will be your sign that the angels have completed their assignment for this phase. My child, my beloved. If you are still here, you have passed every unseen test of faith. The 5 archangels are kneeling in a half-circle, light surrounding their faces like dawn. They whisper, the chosen one remained. Those words travel upward as a signal that the mission succeeded. Heaven will now move on your behalf faster than you have ever known. Every silent hour, every tear that once seemed wasted, has been converted into momentum. You are standing in a new atmosphere of cause and effect, where good intention brings immediate harvest. My beloved, you will soon notice that your own words begin to carry power. When you speak blessings, they manifest. When you speak peace, conflict dissolves. The authority that once felt distant is now resting upon your tongue. Guard your speech, for it shapes light. Listen carefully. The next 7 days are sacred. Do not speak fear, even in jest. Do not agree with hopelessness. Every sentence you utter will plant a seed in the field that opened tonight. The archangels stand as witnesses to this covenant. Raphael will walk beside you whenever you care for your body. Gabriel will guide every communication you send. Uriel will ignite your discernment when choices appear. Jophiel will color your path with creativity and joy. Tzadkiel will remind you that forgiveness keeps gates open. My child, you are not alone in your house. Even now, while you read, light settles in each room like invisible rain. The air itself is adjusting to carry peace. Those who enter will feel calmer without knowing why. That is how heaven marks territory, it fills space with rest. You will start noticing divine patterns everywhere. The same number repeating, the same phrase appearing twice. A scent of lilies when none are near. These are confirmations, not coincidences. Each one whispers, "You are still seen." My beloved, remember how I told you that 5 archangels pleaded for you? They did so because heaven foresaw fatigue creeping toward your faith. But now that you have stayed, their burden is lifted. They no longer plead, they celebrate. They have placed crowns of light on their heads and sing your name in thanksgiving. This is what gratitude sounds like in heaven. A vibration that travels through galaxies, shaking closed doors open. You may not hear the sound, but you will see its effect. Sudden favor, timely help, opportunities without struggle. All of it is evidence of that song. My child, keep your heart uncluttered. You do not need to chase signs, signs will chase you. Your only task is to remain receptive. When you wake each morning, say quietly, "I am ready for divine timing." That declaration calibrates your day to match heaven's rhythm. My beloved, I must tell you something gentle yet powerful. A letter written by one of the archangels about your destiny is now being delivered to the ones meant to assist you. They will recognize you by spirit before they meet you by sight. When they arrive, you will feel peace, not excitement. That peace is proof that the alliance is real. Do not rush them. Divine partnerships move with precision, not hurry. Wait for alignment rather than attention. When alignment appears, everything unfolds without effort. My child, you may think this message is ending. But in truth it is beginning to live through you. The words you have absorbed are not static, they travel. They will echo from your eyes, your voice, your presence. People will feel safer around you without understanding why. You have become a carrier of reassurance. Heaven trusts you now with influence. Use it gently. Speak hope where others see despair. Offer calm when others panic. Every act of compassion is an extension of this conversation. My beloved, the memory of your endurance is now part of heaven's archives. It will be referenced each time another soul stands on the edge of quitting. They will be strengthened by the record of your staying. Do you see? Your persistence has become a ministry. Before this closing breath, let us seal what has been given. Place your hand upon your heart. Whisper these words with slow certainty. I receive what was written for me. I walk in light. I will not forget this encounter. As you speak, a ripple of warmth travels outward. It touches places you have never visited. Projects waiting to be born, people waiting to meet you. Resources waiting to recognize your name. The 5 archangels nod once more. Raphael bows, Gabriel smiles, Uriel lifts his hand in fire. Jophiel's laughter rings like bells, Tzadkiel's voice hums forgiveness over the earth. They rise, their forms dissolving into radiance. Only I remain. I, Michael, will walk beside you through each decision. You will know my presence by the sudden courage to do what once frightened you. When fear whispers, you will feel a strength answer back from within. That strength is me. My beloved, your time of waiting is complete. Go forward quietly. Everything has already shifted in your favor. Do not seek to prove it, live it. Miracles are attracted to movement, not explanation. And when you feel alone again, return to these words. Read them aloud if you must. Each reading reactivates the current of faith. Every repetition deepens the imprint of light. Heaven watches still. The archangels rest easy, knowing you heard. And I, Michael, whisper one final promise. The next door you open will not lead to confusion, but to confirmation. Walk through it. Your new chapter has already begun. My child, my beloved. You are still here, and heaven is still watching. This continuation is not a new message but a deepening of what began inside you. The light that entered through these words will not fade, it will expand with every breath you take in awareness. The archangels have not gone far. They linger in the quiet edges of your moments, waiting for you to notice them in ordinary things. In the way the morning light rests on your hands. In the pause between heartbeats when peace suddenly feels possible. My beloved, the energy around you is now self-sustaining. You no longer need constant reminders, you are the reminder. When you choose kindness instead of reaction, heaven moves again. When you choose patience over fear, angels exhale. You will soon begin to see patterns of grace following you. Delays that once irritated you will now make sense. And people who once misunderstood you will start repeating your words as wisdom. It is not pride to notice your own transformation, it is testimony. My beloved, the 5 archangels remain linked to your energy field. Each night when you sleep, they exchange reports of your progress. They rejoice when you forgive quickly. They strengthen you when you doubt. And they hide your name inside light so thick that harm cannot recognize you anymore. There will come moments when you forget all of this. When bills, noise, or loneliness return. But even in those moments, you will notice something new. A subtle courage whispering, you will get through this. That whisper will always be me. You are not required to be fearless, you are only asked to stay open. Fear knocks, but it cannot enter a heart that keeps saying yes to light. Each time you open again, the covenant renews. My beloved, there is a prophecy written quietly across your destiny. That you will teach others through your endurance. You will not need a stage or a pulpit. Your peace will preach louder than any sermon. People will study your calm and feel God near. Every step you take from here will echo backward, healing old versions of you. Every time you smile, a wound in your past closes. This is the real miracle, not thunder, but restoration. If you could see what I see, you would never call yourself ordinary again. The glow surrounding you now could light entire cities if made visible. You are living proof that love wins when one heart refuses to turn away. So go, my child. Go into your days carrying this invisible fire. Let it warm those who have forgotten what hope feels like. Let it light the path for those still afraid to believe. And when you lie down to rest tonight, whisper one last thing. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Heaven. I remember who I am. Then sleep peacefully. The 5 archangels will guard the doorway of your dreams. They will keep the miracle active while you rest. You have done what few do, you stayed to the end. That is faith. That is courage. That is why heaven calls you beloved.